Hello everyone and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3. We are still playing as France and we just got kicked out of Romania. It's rather unfortunate. I've just been messing around with the battle planner a little bit. I think what the plan will be is to encourage the Germans to move over in this direction and then do a little force concentration up through the plains area up here and hope when they start having supply issues to push up here through this plains region, and then meet up with the Soviet border right up in here. Basically, trap all the Germans against this coast, make it impossible for them to get any supplies over here. I'm not sure if that's going to be possible with the amount of troops that we have arrayed on our team down here. We've got 250k in this army and another 250k in this army. So 500,000 troops. I'm willing to bet the Germans have just about the same amount, if not more, arrayed against us. But if they're going to be facing supply issues, then we can basically just throw ourselves at the front, and we won't be able to. Sorry, they won't be able to really do anything against us. So to that end, we need to let them take this area, basically. Now, I want to keep hold of Constanta. It's a good port, and we do still need a port just in case over here. And it looks like they've been bombing it a little bit, or there's been combat in this province. I don't really know, but we are going to start pulling, especially the damaged units, back just a little bit. So we're going to have you go down. Let's have you go down this way. Anyone damaged up in here? Yeah, we'll have you go down this way. And how about here? We'll actually bring the anti-tank unit down, and then we'll start moving our units down south and just in general weakening our southern, our eastern front over here, so that the Germans maybe will be enticed to come over here across this river. This might not be the best decision I've ever made. This is not very well defensible land down here, but we should be able to hold them in Constanta, and if we give them this northern area here, that'll just encourage them to move more and more troops along this region, so that when we do actually break through up through here, we'll be able to encircle that many more troops. We have been doing a number on this airfield. Look at that; it's so damaged, absolutely destroyed. And we haven't really been taking much damage. Our organization leaves something to be desired, but, worse things have happened. We do have a significant amount of troops in these provinces. We need to search out our armored divisions and move them over here, even if that's sort of at the expense of our other defenses. We do need to keep this territory, though, so we should reinforce that a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. And they're attacking me in Faubourg again. That's fine. Yodel's still up there. Oh, but the Germans actually broke off their troops from this combat, so this is just Hungary now. Speed it up to speed 3, I think we're doing okay. Germans definitely don't have enough troops over here to do any significant damage to us, but they have more than enough to really make it difficult for us to get anything done in that area. Our upgrades are nearly complete for some of them. It looks like by October we should expect most of them, and by November we should expect all of them. And then we can start working in earnest on our new armored division. Hopefully that gets done sooner rather than later. We are being attacked in we're attacking, right, this Fallschirm Jaeger unit. Stupid paratrooper. And then we will... I suppose we can leave these units here for now. One more British Marine is really not going to do much of anything for us. But if the Brits decide to send us any more troops, we'll add them to that corps, and we'll go from there. Maybe we'll use them to do a little naval landing down here once the Italians actually join the war. Starting to need more upgrades, which is a good sign that we're doing fairly well. And really we're just, my goodness, there goes another 3,000 Hungarian troops. I guess that's a really good thing. So yeah, we're weakening our north up here. I want to wait until we get a good amount of troops up here before we actually pull back. And honestly, I don't want to give them this region for free, really. think it's probably in our best interests to just give it up. Shorten up the line, you know? Okay, air units are doing well. Let's rest our close air support for a bit, just so that they get their organization back up, so we can really pound one of these places. It's going to be tough to cross the river. The initial river crossing is what's going to be the most difficult part. It's all plains, but the same defensive position behind the river that we have, which is helping us to hold this line, is the thing that the Germans can also take advantage of. And boy, they have a lot of units arrayed along this border. I think our best option would be to basically push up in these 4 provinces and attack really hard, but leave our armor out of the fight. Actually, we have too many armor units here, so we'll move you over there. We leave our armor out of the fight and really just attack with a significant amount of infantry, specifically in this province, because we can attack it from these 3 provinces. So we push them out here, win the battle with our infantry, and then once the battle's over, we tell our tanks to move up, and we have them do their best to then get into maybe a province in the rear, keep on pushing through. It might fail before it begins, but really what we need to wait for is for them to start having supply problems. We don't know where these places are being supplied from. Actually, we know where this one is. It's being supplied from Budapest at this point, which is bad for us because Budapest is the capital of Hungary, and it's over here. Yeah, Budapest. So Hungary is supporting this entire army. What we need is for them to, for the Germans to take over supply. So it's like this situation down here. When they land troops down here in Corsica, the job of supplying the troops is still for the Germans, even though the Italians would be more than capable of supplying it. The Germans own the port, so the Germans should take precedence in terms of supplying the troops. So I'm predicting that the way that the supply system is going to work is if the Germans take St. George, then it will be their job to supply the front line, at which point we can basically just take advantage of the fact that they're not getting any more supplies on their own. They really don't want to attack, though. I think we're going to go up to speed 4 for a bit. I mean, we're letting this northern front be really weak. Maybe they just don't want to risk an over-the-river fight. I'm a little bit confused about this, though. We have another multi-roll, which is nice. Yeah, we'll add it to that group. Where are you actually located? You. Yeah, that's a nice hefty group. Looks like the British have a paratrooper unit over here. I wonder if that means they're going to try for another foolishly stupid landing. Could very easily mean that. We have completely demolished the airbase in this province. So these German aircraft that are based here can no longer repair, really. Can't get good supplies. Looks like we are being counterattacked. Our multi-roll aren't doing too hot. Can we maybe tell our interceptors to focus air superiority in this province? And just in that little area over there. I'd really appreciate it if they attacked these units on the ground, but probably gonna need to wait for our bombers to do that, and I'm sure our bombers are not that spectacular. I mean, we are doing some damage to them, and any organization that we take away from them is organization that is going to be really difficult for them to get back because of how darn damaged their airbase is. You look at all the German troops that just aren't doing anything. They're just stacked up on our border here. Well, I mean, let's try a probing attack. We'll will attack with 3 units from this province. Three units from this province. Let's do 3 units from this province, including the British Marine, who will have less of a river crossing penalty, and then another 3 units from this province. Let's see how that turns out. 30% is not horrible. They have an envelopment penalty because we're attacking from 3 different directions, and it's a very wide front. Unfortunately, they have enough troops to cover the entire front. Like the battle is 20 wide, and they can deploy 20 units to their front. So they're going to be defending fairly well, and our river crossing isn't going to be going too well. We're going to take more damage than we do here, but I guess it really all depends on whether or not we can keep it up by rotating units in and out, and how well their organization is doing compared to how well our organization is doing. So we'll see. It looks like our major generals are equally skilled, which is good. We might actually upgrade before he upgrades, so we might have a small advantage there. Medium tank gun, good stuff. Let's start researching that armor. Does mean we have more upgrades to do, which I have no real complaints about. Okay, so the 83rd Infantry Division is already depleted. That is you, so we'll take you out of combat, and we still have more units that can reinforce. There we go. Now we have a full front line again. And it looks like the Troupe de Maroc, the Moroccan division. Which province are you in? Right here. You guys have taken a significant amount of damage, so we're going to bring another Marine division up to the front line. Hopefully, anyway. Let's get our close air support to help us out in this province. Going to do a ground attack just right there. The close air support, basically their job is to take out armored brigades. They're the tank killers, so hopefully they can do some pretty significant organization damage to them. We are running rapidly out of organization here. I don't think this is going to work out for us. So let's break off the attack. Yeah, that was very one-sided battle. That river bonus is pretty significant. And they had a full stack as well. Maybe we do need to commit some of our tanks to the fight. But let's focus on reinforcement for a little bit. We need 8.45 manpower to reinforce after that fight. Which isn't too significant, but yeah, I guess we're still on the defensive here until Germany decides which direction they want to go. I do think that they will decide. Oh, here's another armored division. Well, I mean, let's move you down here. Oop, I told you to attack, apparently. Well, that was stupid. And now you're bombing us? And we took our air interceptors off of that job. You're just doing superiority here. We'll put you guys back on... well, let's do air intercept just in a big, wide area up here. So you can take out these bombers. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Our close air support has done some work over here. I'm not entirely certain how much they were actually able to do. We have been keeping this airfield offline, which is nice. Oh, we have an inefficient research. Small arms. How did I miss that? Or did I not miss that? Did I decide I wanted the next best small arms thing? I might have. Oh well, let's do something different. Let's do advanced aircraft design because it's 2 years out of date right now. It should be relatively simple and quick to research. And then we can start putting radar on our aircraft, which will be nice. And yeah, just rolling along at speed 4 with a very weak northern front line. we have a unit that is out of supply. This Marine, apparently. Needs fuel. And yeah, I guess there's no fuel down here for some reason. Hey, Bulgaria. I don't know. We can't allow you debt. Oh, we don't have diplomatic influence. Well, that sort of sucks. We'll need to wait till we have diplomatic influence and then allow them debt so they can buy fuel off of us. Because we don't... Do we still have the oil field? Let's see. It's in resources map mode. Now, this is the oil field. Unfortunately, that means that Germany still has it. Which sucks. Means they won't be faced with oil penalties anytime soon. But yeah, they don't really seem that interested in pushing us out. Like, that seems odd to me. We're all basically back up to full fighting strength here. We can still regain a significant amount of organization, up to 86, but I guess we can sort of turn our attention elsewhere now. Large amount of troops up here. We can do a quick little attack to take out this little bit of units. We don't really have... I mean, we do have this army that we're fairly certain will not be attacked. Let's see it. It's also October, which means you can be reattached to the 1st Armored Corps. You're still upgrading, and you're still upgrading, but you're almost done, which is nice. There's that supply production. Okay, let's research one more tech in there. So we need to devote less of our industrial capacity to supply production now. Let's move our transport units up here to Dunkirk. And we'll pick an infantry division, move them up here. This is the 12th Corps under Bilot, or Biot. And we'll do a quick little land here, and then move up to Friedrichshafen, destroy the units that are sitting here, and then get right back on the transports. Maybe the Brits will give us some more infantry to use. Probably not, though. Yeah, basically this is another phony war on this side of the map, but I guess it's a distraction. I guess that's nice. I mean, we were able to... This whole front line is only guarded by, what is this, 30,000? Each one of these is about 10,000, so this is 60,000 troops. And let's deploy you here, and then we'll move you over here to sort of flesh out that. Medium fuel tank means longer range for our tactical bombers and our naval bombers, which is good. Where is light bomb? Is light bomb in here? No. Light bomb development. Yeah, this makes our close air support better as well. We should probably research that. Let's stick with the fuel tank for now, especially because we seem to be suddenly, like, actually winning the air war, which is weird to me. So we don't need to worry too much about protecting our bombers when they just leave their interceptors on the ground. Like, we're doing just fine up here. No problems at all. We are using a lot of our fuel. Yeah, let's see. We're using 70 every day. So we are converting a significant amount of our coal into fuel, but that's all right. Not gonna complain too much about it. Then let's move you over here to the Eastern Norwegian Trench. We'll combine you, move you up here as well. See if we can do a little bit of damage up here in Friedrichshafen. And with these battleships up here, we'll have nice bonuses to our troops' movements. So we are going to drop off 1, 2, 3 units here. Yeah, okay. You can't move anywhere else. Yeah. Jammerbucht is the only place that you can move to. So, transport fleet. Let's redo this. We've got 1, 2, and 3 units moving in there, and the rest of you will do an amphibious landing directly on it, which isn't going to work too well. You can see our short bombardment is reducing their effectiveness by 25%. Oh, all of these are HQ core? Man, that's boring. So we're really only going to get one infantry division destroyed by this little escapade of ours. Another air combat down here. We're demolishing some more British airplanes. Sorry, German airplanes. And there's the reinforcements being sent up here, so we need to move rather quickly, I think. And what happened? Why are we out of supply? Why did this happen? Well, that sucks. Okay, break it off, guys. Huh. I guess they are based out of Dunkirk. There probably wasn't enough supplies left in Dunkirk to supply them. Yeah, there you go. Maybe we should do it in Calais. Calais is a bigger port. So we'll move our infantry over here. We'll rebase you to Calais. And yeah, we're currently supplying you out of Dunkirk, and that's sort of foolish. We need to make sure that they're supplied out of Calais. It's a bigger port. And move you right back up here. See if we can do it again. Meanwhile, status quo down here, nothing really happening. While we're waiting, let's get the Marine unit that the Brits sent us, and we'll kick it up to speed 5. Boring stuff down here. You're doing fine. Oh, our multi-roll. Let's combine the 2 multi-rolls. Yep, there we go. Attack bombers are still attacking that runway here. Keeping that runway down and not doing anything, which is always good. Japan still isn't involved in this little war. That didn't amount to anything, but now they'll intercept if they find anybody. Right. These units hop on the transports and come back up here. Be based to Calais. The Brits look to be fighting rather hard up here. Yeah, they're having pretty nasty air battles up in this general area. Let's do another small air intercept mission just over the this general area here. Make sure that they're not bombing us again. See if maybe we can do some damage. Transports here? Transports are here. So let's try it again. Okay, we have 16 days of supply left in Calais. Let's wait and see if we can get that number to go up a little bit. Doesn't really look like it. Unfortunate. Well, let's move up here again, see if we can do it. Our supply usage does go up when we're actually in combat. But, okay, so we'll attack with the Marines and 2 infantry divisions, and then we'll move the rest into Jammerbucht. You should get there in 2 days, and you've got no days of supply left once again. Oh boy. Okay. So now we've arrived, and we actually do have supplies. Weird supply system in this game. So we'll engage once again, and it's now a garrison division that we're attacking, unfortunately. So, 8,000 German troops, not too impressive. Let's select you units, tell you to stop movement, move over here to Friedrichshaven. Let's strategically redeploy you units over there. Move you over here. Get on, please. Get on, please. And we're out. We are out. We could do, oops, I just selected the right thing. Now we could force these units out by doing a landing on the coastline over here. Force them into a fight with our main battle fleet. Slow the game down just a little bit. Speed 4 will be fine. Wait. Oh, looks like they did attack our transports a little bit. I wonder if that was air bombardment or if they got some submarines to attack us. Not entirely sure. But they're still okay. So they have 3 ships here, probably 3 submarines, and they have a few more ships over here, but we can force them out of port by doing a landing in Wilhelmshaven. By waiting until these units are ready to attack again. That's a long wait period. Is it possible that I can do another... Wow, I've been ignoring this. Oh my goodness. Bump that up. Highest priority ever. Select everybody, and we'll just attack with who we can. But not you guys. You guys can stay there. And you will get there 1700 hours on the 7th of December. Wonder if they'll be able to move units up in time. It looks like they're still distracted with our little nonsense move up there. Keep them on their toes. They moved the airplanes out of this position, which is intelligent of them. Otherwise we would have just destroyed them on the ground. And looks like they had 3 transports there, which should now be in the water. And now we can land here. And yep, we found them. 3 German transports should be dead now. Oh, only 1. We only found 1. And he's fleeing to Hamburg. And now we can just hop right back on the transports and get out of here. Move back up into the bite. And can we attack? They have way too many units around Hamburg for us to be able to do one of those silly little things again. We might be able to do some damage down here. Over here in Danzig, maybe we can force whatever units are over there out. Where did our main battle fleet run off to? I did put you on patrol, so I do understand. Let's move over to Danzig. I actually take advantage of the fact that we've got the Orison wide open for us. And that they aren't attacking down here, even though the majority of their units are down here. Speaking of, let's use our tactical bombers to just do ground attacks. Yeah. Try to leech as much of their manpower as is physically possible. Alright, got our main battle fleet over here. They're a little bit damaged, probably because of aircraft. I mean, it looks like they have at least a heavy cruiser over here. And they came out to fight us. We didn't even... Yeah, they've got the Deutschland and the Admiral Scheer. We have an excellent general. Max skill. They have a 4 skill. We have our 3 battleships. Basically, it's our big old main battle fleet. We should be able to just stomp them into the ground. Yep. Apparently they didn't lose anything, which sucks. We did get a little bit of damage here, which is unfortunate, but maybe we'll be able to do an attack and force them back out. Let's see. Let's do a quick little attack with the Marines right here. We have 2 units over here and 2 units over here. Let's see what we can do. We've got 3 garrison brigades. Our shore bombardment is helping us. More air combat that we're winning handily. When will you get into that province? Oh, we actually were engaged in Bromsburg. Okay, so they managed to get units over here to stop us, and we don't have enough intel, because we're not on the beaches yet, to actually be able to tell who we're attacking. So they got their garrison divisions in our way. But we did get into Crans. So I think at this point, what we should do is break off this attack. And when they are next able to... Slip me the transports, please. Thank you. When they are next able to, we will just throw them into the attack on Königsberg. A little bit expensive, but these are just garrison divisions. Would be nice if we had air support, because they're just going to be able to throw more garrison divisions at it. Yeah, that looks to be exactly what they're doing. But we can keep this attack up for a little bit. I would like to take Königsberg. They are losing organization relatively quickly. They finally took that back. Good for them. Oh, look at that. They're freaking out up here. We'll be able to throw more units into this fight relatively soon. There we go. A few more units. Get to the front lines. There we go. Wonderful. And is this a naval combat happening up here? I don't know. They are attacking us with one of their garrison divisions in the province of Crans. Garrison are relatively horrible at attack, so we should be able to just throw this off and ignore it, even though our units are in multiple combats. Oh, they're adding more garrison units. Okay, well, poo. Well, this is a close run thing now. This is fun. Let's break one of our units off in this province. You can be broken off. That's fine. You're going to be the unit solely focusing on defense. Crank back up the reinforcement. We are taking some damage here in Königsberg. Rather nasty amphibious penalties, but the presence of that marine division is actually doing fairly well for us. The terrain is working against us because it's an urban environment that we're directly attacking into. And they do have forts there, which is unfortunate. I think we might have destroyed the forts, but we don't have enough information to be able to really tell. Break off both of them so they can focus on defense in this province. Just have one more garrison unit to kick out of this province before we can move into Danzig. There we go. Get everyone in there. Thank you. Retreat you to Königsberg. Please retreat. Oh, there are still hostile forces in this territory or some nonsense? Whatever, we control it now. So let's move our transport fleet into Königsberg. Oh boy, you're damaged. You're really damaged. You're really hurting. Let's move you over to Calais. And we'll get the backup fleet in. Cannot retreat into territory where there are hostile forces present. We own Königsberg now. It's ours. What do you mean you can't retreat into territory where there are hostile forces present? We own it. Well, I guess these units are dead. Wonderful. I don't understand. Well, that was a waste. Move back to Calais. Cancel the fleet repositioning, I think. Just get you back on patrolling up here. Well, that was a stupid waste. Don't really understand why they couldn't retreat into Königsberg. Because they hadn't finished retreating out of Königsberg? That doesn't make any sense at all. Oh well. Just get these units back to the mainland. And yeah, of course they're going to take it back from us. Because we completely got out of there. But all of our transports got out okay. Not all of our infantry got out, though, because we lost 2 infantry divisions. Because of some nonsense reason, they couldn't retreat out of Kranz, even though we had Königsberg occupied for them to retreat to. Whatever. I'm going to take a break here. Thank you much for joining me again, and I'll see you all next time.